Hello. Welcome back. Whichever one it is for you. Today we have a Diorpium Recap. Whoa. UFC 323. We all watched it. I'm going to let you know how I feel about it. And yeah, that's really it. We're going to start off with the early prelims. Myron Santos versus Muhammad Naimov. I'm not going to lie, I was at work serving tables. And I had this on my phone by the toast machine. And I wasn't really watching it, but yeah, I saw that he got the TKO or whatever in the third round. I'm not going to give y'all a false, explanation for what I thought about this fight when I barely even watched it. So I'm just going to go to Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tricoli. That was actually very insane. I did not think Mansour Abdul Malik was going to sub him at all. I thought, if anything, it would be just a KO or a TKO or actually just, beat him like he owed him money, basically. But he literally just got him, submitted him in the first round. He moves on to 9-0-1. Obviously, he has his no contest from the Cody Brundage fight. Everyone knows about this. It happened here in Atlanta on June 14th. Basically, they were it was honestly a good scrap. It was kind of the Cody Brundage on Mansour Abdul Malik. It was a little too close for comfort, but Brundage just have a crazy chin. But basically, he got a TKO. But right before his TKO sequence, there was a head clash, a headbutt or whatever. So, Georgia State Athletic Commission or whatever reviewed that, said otherwise. But yeah, shout out Mansour Abdul Malik. He's an actual problem. He's a problem. Sorry. And then next one, Iwo versus Ebo. Y'all know this fight. Everyone says the same thing. Craziest minute 30 seconds I've seen in a minute. I was also still at work watching this fight, but I was geeking in the back, bro. I think I was talking to Rob, and then he gets slapped with the right hand. I'm like, Rob, come here, watch this. No way. And literally they drop each other back to back. They're just scrapping, and then I'm pretty sure Ebo drops Iwo again. Then Ebo is just yucking his right hand, ducking, yucking, tucking, yucking, doing all that. He's swinging. He's just swinging. They're just swinging. That's all it is. And then he catches him, knocks him out, basically TKO. I mean, it was a KO, but maybe a couple follow-up shots or whatever. Highly recommend you go and watch that back. If you don't care about the early prelims, this is a reason for you to care about the early prelims. That was a very entertaining fight, crazy. And then now, by this time, I had almost left work. No, I left work during the Jalen Turner Edson Barboza fight, and I was watching it on the way home. Arrest me. I got home safe. I know what I'm doing. I'm a pro at this. Jalen Turner utterly dominates Edson Barboza. Very sad. I love Edson Barboza, one of my favorite fighters of all time, just to watch. And his kicks, everyone knows Edson Barboza. I could say the same thing over again, but bro, seeing Jalen Turner come back, and all of a sudden he's going through a God, he found God. He's going through a Jesus Bible moment or whatever. He's all of a sudden he's a thumper, a Bible thumper. But yeah, but just if that isn't proof for you to believe in God, and I don't even, I'm not a practicing Christian. But if that's not proof, I don't know what is, bro. Jalen Turner retired, was going through very hard stuff in life, I assume. Came back, destroyed Edson Barboza, hit him with a crazy right elbow that just fucking opened up Edson so bad. It was actually brutal, and I felt bad. And I was this is the first round. This is under the 2 minutes. Why is Edson like this? Already looking fatigued, beat, broken, tired. Bro, he literally was walking off the cage hands down. I mean, he was getting rocked and all that, so I get it was the damage adding up. So it's not like it was from nothing, but it's just fuck, dude. Jalen Turner came back with a vengeance. I was hoping to see him hit double-digit losses because a 15-10 record just suits Jalen Turner, or a 14-10 record, But anyway, enough being a Jalen Turner hater, dude. He's turned his life around, and I'm very happy for him. And I hope that him finding Jesus and all that was very important to him, and helped realize that he needs to put his best foot forward in everything he does, in order to be, a good person or a man or whatever. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, rest in peace, Edson Barboza. I'm surprised he didn't retire, honestly. Really surprised he didn't retire. He probably still gets paid good for every bout he was, Everyone remembers Barboza in his prime. But yeah, insane fight. That was really good. Really happy for Jalen Turner. Next one, I was at home on my couch watching this one. Regrettably, this was a boring fight. Marvin Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira or whatever. God, Marvin Vettori is so fucking ass, bro. And Alex, he put on his Instagram notes, Marvin Vettori is so fucking ass or something like that. And when I read that, I was like, I mean, yeah, we all know this, but come on, it was so bad. Literally still just throwing 1-2s, double jabbing, just the simplest 1-2, the simple 2-piece combos. Doesn't know how to shoot. I'm glad he lost. He's just working his way down the rankings. Marvin Vettori sucks, and the fact that he fought for the title against Israel Adesanya only shows how shit 185 was. And I don't know if you agree, but I'm just faithfully saying that 185 when Marvin Vettori was fighting for a title is the equivalent to heavyweight right now, and Adesanya was Aspinall. And gone is Alex Pereira. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Just think about what I'm saying. Anyway. Yeah, that fight was fucking shit. Bruno Ferreira was just slugging. He was gassing out. You know, when you really can't... Dude, Marvin Vettori's chin is just crazy. You can hit him with everything and anything. I think maybe he barely got wobbled once, which was new. You're usually Vettori's just eating that, so... Yeah, I don't got too much more to say about that fight besides it was kind of fucking boring. I mean, it wasn't like overly grappling. It could have been worse, honestly. But for like a stand and bang type of fight, nothing really happened. And I'm glad Bruno Ferreira won by decision. Moving on to the prelims. Man. Nazim Sadikov versus Fares Ziam. Just crazy. He knocked him out in the last second of round 2. I'm trying to even think back to this fight, what I remember. I think I was just shocked that Sadikov got like destroyed. And he was just getting controlled, outwilled. I feel bad. I think this is the Sadikov fraud check. Not the fraud check because Ziam isn't ranked to where, you know, whatever. Maybe Ziam is that crazy. He is pretty good. I'm not trying to count him out. He is a beast. We all saw the Matt Frevola fucking Nikkei on the cage, bro. Holy shit. When I saw that, I was like, just utter silence for his soul leaving his body. But, yeah, I'm not going to say too much more about that fight. Sadikov just got exposed. He just got some work to do. He's young. He's young in his career. He'll figure it out. And the next one, Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. Boring. Not even going to say anything on that. I'm not discriminating. I don't hate WMMA. I loved Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili as a Valentina Shevchenko diehard super fan. But yeah, Macy Barber. I guess it's good to see her kind of get a win. Maybe just see her happy. I know she went through a lot. You know, her last fight against Erin Blanchfield, she had to pull out like on literally the last like nanosecond because she had a seizure and ended up in the hospital or whatever. But man, I don't really care, honestly. We're just moving on to the next one. Chris Duncan versus Terrence McKinney. They called me crazy. All of YouTube was saying Terrence McKinney slugging Chris Duncan in the first or second round. They're going to have a first round crazy scrap. Then Terrence is going to catch him because Chris is going to be gassed in the second. He's going to catch him in a sub, and Terrence McKinney's going to win. I called cap from the beginning. Before the fight even started, I said, in my last Diorpium locks, just bringing it back to this one, sorry. I said Chris Duncan will TKO Terrence McKinney in round 1. And I was saying that to the Discord too because it was my lock and I have to believe it because I'm trying to, my locks are reputable or whatever. Bro, dude, we're calling it a TKO. Yes, he hit him with an Anaconda or Darce, whichever side it was. I don't even remember. But, dude, he beat the fucking ever-living shit out of him. And I don't know who the ref was. I want to say fucking Jason Herzog because he probably had money on McKinney. Fucking Jesus. But, dude, he basically got TKO'd. Unresponsive. Curled up in a ball. Chris Duncan gassed out in the first, 2 minutes trying to finish him. And he did finish him, TKO'd him. Which is just insane that he didn't get the ref stoppage from a TKO and he had to work for a submission, which he got. He did what he needed to do, but it's just crazy. So I'm counting that as my lock was right. Technically, it was a submission, but that shit might as well have been a TKO. The ref wanted to see McKinney die, just being honest. Next one, Grand Dawson versus Manuel Torres. Viva Mexico, brother. Viva Mexico. El Loco Emmanuel Torres destroys Grant Dawson, which is crazy. I don't think I had anything in my locks about this fight per se, but I'm glad it went the way it did. Grant Dawson's so fucking good, so the fact that Manuel Torres could do that to Grant Dawson, that just shows how good Manuel Torres is. And what's the wording for it? His predicted career analysis from my brain. I said that terribly, but you know what I mean. It just shows that he has the skills to pay the bills, basically is what I'm saying when I say that. But yeah, I think he caught him with like a left hook. Dawson kind of like leaned over a little bit. I don't know if he was trying to dodge something or if he got caught with something, but he like basically like, I think he got rocked or got hit and then went down. I think he was just eating a combo. I don't think he dropped or whatever, but I think he was just like trying to get head movement in it. And he just got hit with a crazy left hook. Just, it is what it is, brother. So yeah. Feel bad for Grant Dawson. Thank God Manuel Torres won. Let's go to the main card. These are the real fights. This is where the meat and potatoes are at. Man, Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. And I love Bogdan Guskov. I remember his UFC debut. I remember first seeing him in the octagon, seeing his bald head, his alopecia self-having, seeing his back tattoo. I was like, these are the vibes. They are the vibe. They are the vibes. Ended in a draw. I agree with the 10-8 round because it was just so dominant, but it just is what it is, man. I agree with the draw because they each had one better round than the other one. Dude got 10-8'd, but then all the judges, honestly, I don't know what kind of fight they watched, dude. I'm just going to be honest. I think Bogdan won barely. This between round 2 and I want to say round 3. Honestly, I don't remember. I need to watch it back. But I remember feeling like after that fight, I was like, I can understand the draw. But I think that Bogdan barely had it. And I don't know if y'all agree or not, but should probably watch it back and maybe I'll have a better take for you next time. But yeah, and in the draw, it is what it is. It's just kind of just pretty, doesn't add any emotion to the light heavyweight division. And I was really hoping that Bogdan would be top 5 because just having a new name in that top 5 would really kind of like mix things up. Like you have people going in and out. You know, Khalil's losing. Maybe Bogdan versus Khalil. Wow, that would have been an amazing fight if he beat Jan Blachowicz. But yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on that. It just is what it was. Next fight. All right, Peyton Talbot versus Henry Cejudo. And before I even get into this fight, I want someone to explain to me why Tristan and Matthew think that I fight like Peyton Talbot. I don't know. I don't know if I see it. I might see it. I don't know. Oh fuck. But I don't know. They think I fight like Peyton Talbot, and I need to see some sparring footage to really see side by side to see if I feel like as if I resemble him. But anyway, getting to the fight. Crazy fight. Peyton Talbot does it. Wins by decision, but it's pretty dominant. Henry's face is destroyed. His one of his cheekbones right here is just like doubled in size. He ate crazy knees up the middle. Peyton's feints were looking really good. He would feint, have Henry bite on that, and then he just throw a crazy right knee up the middle. I fuck with that. That's kind of tough. And another thing about Peyton Talbot, bro. I was watching his fucking Nina drama interview. Sorry, just needed some sort of media to take in. Don't want to have to admit that, but here I am. Basically, sorry. I fuck with this so heavy because I feel like I would do the same thing because, just audio logistics. He's talking about he's basically making his own walkout songs. And yes, Daniel Rodriguez does that too, but he's rapping. But Peyton takes songs, makes them into an edit, adjusts not the frequencies, but the bass volume, whatever, all that fucking stupid. Like I said, the logistics of that shit. I would definitely do that shit too. He was talking about how he turned up the bass all the way so it would just rattle through the state or the arena. That is so sick. And I'm surprised more fighters don't do that. Why has that not been a normalized thing? Or maybe they do. All right, I'm not gonna act like they don't. They probably do. I remember when I went to Miami, Michael Chandler was walking out. He had his stupid fucking edit song, "See you at the top," and then whatever fucking song came out, he walked to or whatever. But So I do know that people edit it, and like Diego Lopez too in that same event, he had like a collab song remix, La Chona remix with Steve Aoki, which was tough, and I wish they would drop that on fucking streaming platforms because holy shit, that shit was thumping, bro. Oh my god, that shit was thumping. But yeah, he just made it pretty clear. He took down Henry twice, which is pretty impressive. Everyone knows that, you know. Obviously, Henry Cejudo's an Olympic wrestling champion. You know, some years ago now, but I feel like America's wrestling is just getting exposed year by year. So his credentials don't really, you know. I'm not gonna say they don't mean too much because I could probably never be an Olympic wrestler. So who am I to say? And I love Henry Cejudo. I really do. Yes, he's a cringe lord, whatever, but just the way he fights, his dogness in him, his knees, his clinch, just everything, bro. All right, not his knees and his clinch. Sorry, I was thinking of him and Mighty Mouse. When Mighty Mouse did that to him, I take that back completely. I think just his grit and his willingness to go forward, and just his relentlessness is why I really fuck with Henry Cejudo. Plus, his fight IQ is really good too. Like, I would definitely love getting coached by Henry Cejudo. Just like, yes, you know, he's like I say, he's a cringe or whatever, but his fight IQ is there as a coach to like see what's happening, to tell you. Maybe not in the fire. He might not have the most crazy fight IQ or whatever. He does though. I'm not trying to take it away. I'm not trying to say it's bad. It's not bad at all. But you know what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, just really impressive performance by Peyton Talbot, and I'm glad that he is in the top 10 now. Swimming with the sharks, as he says. Very impressive, especially over Henry Cejudo, who is a little older, but it is what it is. Out with the old and with the new. Like Peyton said, I guess he took care of all the other. Pow. Next fight, Brandon Moreno versus Tatsudo Taira. I haven't watched it back yet. Even in the moment, I didn't really agree with the TKO. But seeing what people say about it or whatever, trying to be unbiased as possible, I think I do agree with the stoppage. And it doesn't look good for my locks because I said that it was going to go to decision. It was going to be an insane grappling scrap, and Brandon Moreno was going to barely win. I was wrong, literally 100%. Tatsudo Taira got the TKO. If I'm not mistaken, he had like the body triangle or like hooks in. He just like had his back basically, and was just firing off, and Brandon was just covering up and wasn't responding. So it just is what it is. You don't like to see it, obviously. But I think it's nice to get some new motion in the flyweight division. We'll get to fucking holy shit later. Or next, but it's just good to see like a new face in the top 5 that isn't Kai Car-France, Brandon Royval, Brandon Moreno, or fucking who else? We already know the same fucking people who have been there for fucking, you know, the last like fucking 5 years. But yeah, and plus I feel like I'll whip it out again, brother. Y'all know the top of my deck. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, thank you. Man, I fucking love Tatsudo Taira, bro. And everyone's talking about, or Dana was talking about he wants to go to Japan or whatever. That's cool. Hope that happens. I hope Khalil fights there. I hope Yuri fights. I hope that card is stacked. I hope they make it a numbered event. That would be fucking cool. Yeah, nothing really crazy happened too much though. Brandon Moreno just didn't do shit per usual. We all saw his Instagram warm up that Dana posted where he's like fucking working out footwork, jumping from someone's like left side of the neck, right side to the neck to like the behind their arms, like behind their legs, just like. Whatever, man. I wanted Brandon Moreno to win, but I'm glad Tatsudo did because I really do fuck with Tatsudo Taira more. But it's just I think I was really on the fence about who I really really wanted to win, but I think I'm glad with the outcome. And bro, the odds are I think I seen the odds or whatever for Tatsudo Taira by TKO like plus like 1,500 or like 1,000 or something like that is so insane. Like $100 would have made a rack. So someone made some money if they somehow fucking put that on a bet. That'd be fucking crazy if they did. This has no logical sense, but guess what? That shit can happen in MMA. So I'm very thirsty. The next one, bro. I don't even know where to begin. Seriously, I don't even know where to begin. Pantoja loses the belt in the first 30 seconds from a freak elbow. They're saying it's a shoulder issue. I don't know. I want to see x-rays. I want to see Pantoja come out with another statement kind of saying what it is. But obviously it wouldn't be too, smart considering it's his injury and he would, have to fight with that arm again in this next fight. So maybe he shouldn't release all that, whatever. But I'm genuinely, devastated. You don't understand. Dude, yes, this timeline is crazy. The story is crazy. Joshua Van winning. But, just like watching the slow-mo of Pantoja, realizing his shit basically just broke, looking at it, looking all the loose skin in his elbow as he's like twisting his body over, and as he just looks up at Joshua Van in slow-mo, like, oh, bro, genuinely devastating, bro, because that hurt. Me personally, I don't think it hurts his legacy, but on paper it hurts his legacy, bro, and it's just like people are just gonna use that to be argumentative or whatever, but it's just like, bro, we all know in our hearts Pantoja's the champion. He got fucking just terrible freak accident luck. But then Bedtime made a good point. He made a good point. And like I said, I try to be unbiased as possible. And I'm sorry to get this video out faster as soon as the fucking, fights were done. But, I was really tired. It was late. I had to work next day, all day, whatever. But I'm here today on Monday. But Bedtime's point was, if McGregor fan or if Dustin fans can take that third fight as a win and run with it, Joshua Van fans can take this and run with it as well. Which, yeah, if the logic's valid, it has to be applied in every way. So that is true. He did win. And on paper, like I said, he did win. Joshua Van is the champ right now. Crazy. Whoa. 24 years old. First person born after 2000 to win a belt. Very impressive. Took my record. I was trying to set that record, but he got it first. It is what it is. 26 seconds, dude. They were what can I even say about this fight? Like, it happened so fast. Like, Pantoja was looking sharp. You know what I'm saying? They had like one or two like explosive exchanges. I think he tried to land a couple knees, and then he threw that 1-2 head kick, which is, as Tubbs would call it, the southpaw killer. Basically hit Van in the back of the head with the head kick, but then his ankle kind of like rests on his shoulder. Then he falls back and just terrible. Oh my god. But it is what it is, man. Obviously, everyone knows Pantoja's gonna have to take some time off to let that shit heal. Depending on if it's a break, a dislocation, whatever. I think regardless, dude, that's a fucking freak accident, and that you need at least just take 6 months, bro. Take 6 months, bro. Relax. Let Joshua Van fight Tatsuto Taira at a numbered event in Japan. Relax. Sorry, I keep on touching this mic. But yeah, obviously Tatsuto Taira versus Joshua Van is next. I got Tatsuto Taira smudging. I could see him doing it for 5 rounds. Considering it's not a 3-round fight, he knows he has to conserve his gas tank. So I could literally see him Islaming JDM. You know what I mean? Or Shevchenkoing Wei Li. Or Chimaeving Drakus. It's not what we want to see, but it's the reality we will unfortunately get. Mark my words right now. Rest in peace. Alexander Pantoja. We'll be back. We will be back. Main event. Let's go. Bantamweight. The bantamweight division order has been restored. Let's go. All roads lead to Peter Yan, buddy. If you didn't know, now you do. Peter Yan puts on a masterclass on Merab. They're saying Merab takes round 1. I say absolute cap. Just like Merab 5-0'd Peter in the first fight, Peter 5-0'd Merab in the rematch. And now we have the ultimate trilogy set in stone, which I cannot wait for next year. But, what, man? What can I even say about this fight besides wow, Peter Yan? I was telling them in the Discord, bro, before the fight, and even Chance was not believing me, bro. Muniz was not believing me, bro. I was like, dude, it's going to be a whole nother fight when the first fight someone didn't have a whole right arm or right hand or right shoulder, whatever it was. First of all, if it's your shoulder, you basically have no arm or hand. You want to post off the ground, guess what? That's moving. That's going to hurt. It's gonna hurt to throw like a fucking kick, you know. Peter Yan's Muay Thai ass training at Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand. I'm pretty sure where he's a coach or some shit. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's a coach. He's training there. You know Muay Thai technique, bro. You want to throw a kick, you gotta fucking slice your arm. You can't. You're like, it runs so deep. Just having that part of your body injured, or even your hand, like how Dan Hooker did, like. It's going to be a completely different fight, and that's what I was trying to tell them. They didn't believe me. That's their fault. They figured it out. They admitted that I was right after the fight. Now there was something that came out about Marab. I think hurting his hand a few weeks before the fight, or maybe I have the timeline wrong somehow. I don't know. I seen it on Instagram, but look, if that is true, they went hand for hand, and now the trilogy's gonna be fucking crazy because they're both gonna go in there 100% healthy. If that was the case, who knows? But also, let's talk about Peter Yan's press conference. Just drills, dude. Like talking about how all machines break down eventually. I need those edits, guys. It's been 2 days and I haven't seen a single edit with that on my phone. I need to doom scroll Peter Yan's 135 victory, and y'all are not helping me do that. So please, if you make edits, need I say more? Yeah, obviously, like I said, the Marab trilogy's next. I say do that probably like March or April. Give them both some time to chill. Especially Marab, bro. He was so active this year. He's probably got so many lingering injuries, bro. He took some damage too, which is definitely that's gonna open up in the future like Khalil's nose type shit. Especially if Marab stays somewhat active compared to like letting his body fully heal and all that stuff. What else do I even say, man? Thank fucking God, Peter Yan is a 2-time champion. And Lucas Tracy said this point too, and I honestly agree with this. Dude, you can have the belt twice, but you don't have any defenses. And I'm not trying to shit on Peter Yan, dude. I love Peter Yan. But I'm just agreeing with this whole this whole side thing that Lucas mentioned. Being a double champ is nothing like having the belt once and having 4 defenses. And I assume most of you would agree with that, but I just got to make it clear. He's got a point there. He's got a point. So if you think that Peter is higher ranked in the bantamweight GOAT discussion right now because he beat Marab the way he did before the trilogy even has happened yet, you're retarded. I'm sorry. Double time champ is impressive, and that does not happen to multiple people. That does not happen to a lot of people. But if he cannot sit there and defend his belt more than 4 times, or 3 times technically, he lost on the 4th defense. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's definitely up there higher after that win, though, obviously. I'm not trying to take away from Peter Yan at all. I'm literally just saying I'm disagreeing with this whole other take that Lucas said. But, yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have too many other words or anything to say about that. It was a crazy card. Out of 10, I'd give it an 8. I would give it a 9 if Pantoja's arm didn't fucking snap in half. Thank God, man. I haven't watched a fucking fight with my boys in the Discord in a minute. So shout out to y'all. It was great. Besides fucking chance gambling on some fucking app between every fight. And I'm literally telling them to put the fucking fight back on because I want to watch it or whatever. But nope, we're not doing that. Just fuck it. I have to put it on myself on my fucking computer. Anyway, I'm just complaining now at this point. Thank you for watching my recap. Take care. I really got nothing else to say. Make sure leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Me and Alex had some good Instagram conversations about PDR and where he stays at top 5 bantamweight, and we think he is in top 5 now. And TJ Dillashaw is out. Let me know how you feel about that. Yeah, subscribe, like, do whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to beg, but thank you. I appreciate it again. Goodbye.